Right now, I want to welcome to the program NRA's Illinois lobbyist, Mr. Todd Vandermide. Todd, good evening, sir.
Hey, Tim, how are you guys?
I'm okay, but then again, I don't have to buy my bullets in Cook County, Illinois. So we had you on a few weeks ago talking about this proposal. Now it's official. Cook County Board President Tony Preckwinkle submitted a budget proposal calling for a tax of 5 cents for every bullet and $25 for every firearm sold in Cook County, Illinois.
Yep, that's what they proposed today as a way to discourage people from buying guns or ammunition and trying to put a general tax for the gangs on the law-abiding gun owners of the state.
She says that this will generate about $1 million a year. And what's interesting is she says it's about now she says it's quote far more about addressing gun violence than raising money for a county that faces a deficit of more than $100 million next year. Here's the thing, Todd, I would have gone with the look, we're taxing gun owners because we have a budget shortfall, because at least that's reality. I mean, that really is happening. I don't think you can make the case that these measures are going to do anything at all to reduce violent crime.
No, and it's just being punitive because they don't like guns or gun owners. It's the mentality. It's part of the war on gun owners that we've seen coming out of Cook County this entire election cycle.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, when she says the legal gun shops in suburban Cook County are a conduit for crimes in Chicago, there's no way around it. That's like saying that the car dealers in Cook County are a conduit for drunk driving in Chicago.
well, she was quoted in one story today saying that 29% of the guns picked up in Chicago come from suburban Cook County gun shops. So you're telling me that 71% come from somewhere else? So you're going to tax the one-third?
Right.
It's just, let's put this in perspective. When I was on Cabela's website today, they sell some federal ammunition, 22s, ammo can full of 2,100 rounds of ammunition for $84.99 normal everyday price. The tax on that can of ammo will be $105.
Huh. So a tax that is actually going to be more than the actual cost of the ammunition.
Correct. And now you take a box of 122s that goes for maybe $6.
Yeah.
You put a $5 tax on it. This is designed to punish the gun stores in Cook County because they haven't been able to sue them out of existence like Mayor Daley tried. They haven't been able to legislate them out of existence in Springfield. So the only thing they've got left is they have to try to find a way to tax them out of existence. And that's, what they're trying to do. Cabela's is located on the edge of Cook County and Hoffman Estates. 4 miles up the road is Route 25. And, Gat Guns is one of the largest independent retailers in the northern part of the state. Go on the other side of Route 25 to Route 31 across the river, and you've got our guns and a couple others. You go down south and you can hop across the Indiana border, and I think exit 2, there's the Indiana Cabela store. So, the guys that can go elsewhere will. That's why I don't think they're going to raise $1 million off of this.
No, I don't either.
I think that, they're going to end up having a net loss because they'll lose general sales tax monies. They won't get this tax. I think the guys that might pay this tax, you're at the range, you run out of ammo, you're having such a good time, and you're willing to pay the extra $250 on a box of handgun ammo. But outside of that, and those poor people who can't find public transportation to get them out into the suburbs, other than that, it's going to be interesting. And I think it's going to, how competitive pricing is on firearms and stuff these days when everybody can shop over the web and, get different deals on stuff. $25 difference in the price, on a Ruger 10/22 makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
It's really punitive and aimed at driving the gun dealers out of business. That's what it's aimed at. It's aimed at penalizing them. And, they can cloak it into violent stuff, which is all well and good, because I gotta believe that in one way, shape, or form, this thing is going to be challenged in the courts. And when it is, it's kind of difficult to sit there and say we're going to put a punitive tax on the ammunition somebody might use for a fundamental right, just so we can. And all their public statements have been, it's not to some associated cost. It's not for better background checks. It's not for anything else connected to the right. It is purely to be a punitive measure. So, Chicago ended up paying us, what was it, $1.2, $1.3 million for the McDonald case, our end of that. So, City of Chicago paid us $125,000 in the Geldert case. I don't think this tax will survive a legal challenge, and I think there'll be a net loss no matter what happens at the end of the day, just from the loss, if it were to go into effect, a loss of revenues on the sales tax and just the diminished sales and everything else.
Talking with Todd Vandermeide, NRA's Illinois lobbyist. Now, Todd, is there anything that can be done? I mean, can any pressure be brought to bear on the Cook County board, or do you think this is a fait accompli as far as the board passing this budget?
I'm not convinced it's a fait accompli. There's, I'm trying to think, it's 17 or 18 member board. We need 9 to win. There are 4 Republicans. They look like they are locked up against this thing from what I'm hearing. There's a couple other Democrats that are already starting to grumble about this. So, we need to find 5 Democrats on the county board to do this. So I would encourage all the gun owners in Cook County to sit there and say, to call their elected commissioners and say, hey, no, we're opposed to this. I would also, if you use any of the gun stores or ranges in Cook County, call some commissioners and say, you know what, I ain't coming. I used to drive, the 45 minutes to get to Cabela's. I'll drive an hour and go to Indiana. I'm not coming. And all you're going to do is hurt the county, hurt the locals. You won't be getting the sales tax revenue at all. And I think that, we have a chance. The county board is usually stacked against us, but I think that the revenue projections are so low, and there are questions of constitutionality. But when you add all that together, it just may not be worth the headache, especially in light of our victories against the city of Chicago.
Interesting. All right. Well, listen, Todd, I'm glad you could join us on the program, sir, and keep us up to date on any new developments, will you?
No problem.